My next guest supports President Trump's National Guard use. He says it's time to fight for American cities. 8VC managing partner and Palantir co-founder, Joe Lonsdale. Joe, it's good to see you in person.
Good to see you, Will. Love the studio.
Thank you. What do you make of Portland, Chicago, Washington, D.C., President Trump stepping in to provide some measure of safety to American cities?
You know, thank goodness for Stephen Miller and President Trump and what they're doing. We have just seen our cities go worse and worse and worse. And as Trump said, it's dangerous. People are dying. I think 3 juveniles were shot per day last year in the first few quarters in Washington, D.C. Like you said, this weekend in Chicago, right? 25 people injured. And it's obvious it's a total mess. And, you know, I think conservatives for too long have said, well, it's Democrats' fault. We're just going to let these things burn. Our civilization needs functional cities, and we need to stand up for them. And by the way, when you let the left take these things over, they lie and they steal and they use that money to break everything else.
Our civilization needs functional cities. Your argument is you should not turn over, then, a dysfunctional city to a political class that's uninterested in shoring up, securing that city. So would you encourage President Trump to look at all cities that are having a trouble with crime?
You know, I think I'd encourage him, but I'd encourage our governors as well. So, for example, Governor State in Oklahoma, he went into Tulsa last month. They took out 1.9 million pounds of waste, including hazardous waste, in these homeless camps, right? And we have illegal homeless camps in Austin. I think every one of our governors needs to step up and say, if you are a governor who believes in law and order, do not allow your blue cities to fester, do not allow people to suffer, and don't allow them to steal the money and use it for horrible things.
That would be governors in Georgia or Tennessee with blue cities in a largely red state. Joe, you are a big part of the University of Austin. You're a thinker. You think about civics. You think about the foundation of the American government. I know you believe in federalism, the idea that local government is best because it's where the citizen has the most control. Do you worry at all about either the president or a governor imposing their policy on local governance?
So our founders definitely decided that states should be the unit that runs our country, right? Like that's what federalism means. It doesn't mean cities, it means states. And so I think it's appropriate for President Trump to partner with the states as much as possible. However, when you get to a place where people are dying, where there's violence, where, you know, ICE has a role to play. You have police-free zones that are hurting the poor people in Chicago. Now you're trying to have ICE-free zones as well. Unacceptable. And so the state should be in charge as much as possible, but when it's not allowing the federal government to do things with ICE and immigration, that's when the president has to step up.
Why do you think these governors like J.B. Pritzker in Illinois are so opposed to help from President Trump?
I don't even think they really are. I think a lot of these people know it's a mess, and the left kind of wants us to fix it. I think they want to be able to complain and show that they're fighting because they have crazy extremist voters who've been tricked by the legacy press, and so they're kind of stuck in their bubble where they have to complain, have to pretend Trump's more authoritarian than he is. But then I think a lot of them are really grateful he actually is cutting crime, because he is.